Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today, I'm taking a look at the JoyToy SNK, the King of Fighters 98 Goro Daimon. I was at first hesitant about purchasing this figure because he is a 1/18th scale. This line that they're doing is 1/18th. It's not 1/12th, and that's what I collect. But I was really intrigued by these figures, so I had to pick at least one of them up, and I thought Goro Daimon had the coolest looking character design. And I'll tell you what, I am glad I did. We all know that later on this year, Storm Arena is releasing their own 1/12th Goro Daimon and other King of Fighters figures. And I'll tell you what, if theirs follows suit with what Storm Arena can do and anything like this figure, we are in for a treat, because I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and spoil it. This figure is pretty darn good. Now, there's a lot going on with him and a lot going on in the package. We'll talk about that more here in a minute. He's not perfect, but let's go ahead and get started with him and let's dive in on the package really quick. This is a fantastic package. I absolutely love it. Gigantic window right here showing us everything going on inside, and nice big window here on the side and on the back. You can see each and every piece of everything going on inside. I absolutely love it. This is a very nice and very Storm Collectibles / Storm Arena-esque package right here. Here it is next to the Baki from Storm Arena. So you can see right there, very, very similar designs. I absolutely love it. On the side here, it's got a cool little figure image right there. On the back, not so much going on as far as the readable parts. It's not anything about the figure, but that's okay. I'll forgive it because this package is awesome. But let's get him off the stand really quick and see how tall he is for 1/18th scale. To the top of his head, he is right at, or maybe just north of 5.5 inches, which would make the entire figure at right at or just north of 14 centimeters. I don't know really how to scale him down as far as in 1/18th scale, because I know that Goro Daimon is supposed to be, what, 6'8". That is a very big guy, which leads me to my next point real quick before we get him next to some other figures, that if we get him, from Storm Arena this year and they scale him properly, unlike they did with Baki and Ujira, but they scaled, the KOF figures right, he will be the second biggest Storm Arena figure we've had behind Sagat. So this will be a big, nice figure. But let's stand him next to some other figures and just see how he looks with some other lines. First up, I've got him next to another 5-inch line really quick with the Dragon Ball Evolve Goku right here. And he towers over Goku. So again, I'm not really sure how to scale him, but they look pretty good, and I think that this will work for him. Next up, I wanted to put him next to a Marvel Legends Cowboy Wolverine. Wolverine really isn't that much taller than him necessarily, but he's a lot bigger. So, because of the scaling and all that. But I just kind of wanted to get you an idea of what he looks like. And next up, I've got him with the Demoniacal Fit UI Sign Goku. And Goku does have him in some height and just overall scale of the figure, obviously, but I just wanted to let you know, exactly where he would stand up next to like an SH Figuarts-esque figure. And here he is with the Ultra Street Fighter 2 JoyToys Chun-Li right here. And, of course, she's a little bit bigger because they are a 6-inch line. But, there he is next to some Jada figures. And I'm going to put him next to some Storm Arena figures in the form of Ken and Ryu right here. And they are bigger than him like they should be, but just kind of extrapolate what the Storm Arena version of this figure is going to look like with them. And I think we are in good hands later this year. And lastly, just for posterity, I've got him next to the Storm Arena Baki Hanma. I think right here, just this image alone really lays to rest the fact that Baki is, in fact, too small. I know I am somebody that kind of defended it for a minute, but the fact that a 1/18th scale Goro Daimon is taller and larger in the shoulders than him is proof positive that they absolutely screwed the scale up. So everybody that was on board with that from the jump, you were right, and I was partially wrong. Now, for aesthetic, this figure looks really, really good. He's got a nice matte finish where all the skin color is, with a nice kind of satinish type of finish on the gi pants, which I think looks pretty good. Tons of shading. There is shading throughout the figure all over the muscles. It's very, very subtle in the muscles, and it looks really nice and purposeful. The shading that they did on the pants looks really good. They kind of gave the pants a kind of aged and stained and fought in type of look, and I think they did a fantastic job. It is all over on the front and back. I like the feet. The sandals look really good. Even the paint right there on the tops where it like goes between his toes or whatever on the sandals looks really, really nice. I like the sculpt of the feet themselves are kind of gnarly, like somebody walks around on wooden sandals and kicks people in the face a lot. The hand shapes look good. The muscularity looks good. I had to kind of look him up because he doesn't really have a V taper. He kind of has like a wide waist, but I guess that's kind of how he's drawn. He's not like kind of built like Baki. He's ripped and muscular, but he's got kind of a wide, thick waist. His back looks good. The head sculpt looks really, really good because this is a little head and they've got quite a bit of detail in the shading and the paint that is on it. I'll show you the other one here in just a little bit, but I really, really like it, especially for this scale and this size. Looks really, really nice. It's not hyper realistic, but it is realistic, if that makes sense. It's not like cartoony looking. Looks very, very nice. I like the hair sculpt. I like the shading that they put on his bandana. It looks dirty as well, and the little circle red, circle paint spot looks good as well. Overall, this figure looks really, really nice. I don't really know what more they could have actually done with it. He looks great. For accessories, he comes with a great spread of stuff, particularly for the money. This guy was only like 40 bucks and some change, I believe, on Amazon. Anyways, he comes with 2 different head sculpts. He comes with that kind of eyes squinted, serious look on him in the package. And he also comes with an open mouth, yelling face that looks really, really nice. I like it. He also comes with 8 different hands, 2 fist hands on him in the package, and then 6 open style pose hands that look really good. They're nothing we've never seen before, but they are sculpted and look great. He also gets a really cool looking little like open over the shoulder gi kind of top thing that right here that looks really neat. It's not something you could put on him like a jacket, but you could drape it over him like a cape, and it looks really, really cool. Shaded, soft, flexible plastic, and it looks really, really nice. He's also got some, I don't even know what this thing is, but it's like a character logo kind of a deal right here. But it's very nice, made out of hard plastic. It's got 2 different sides, one red and one blue. It looks really good. If that had come from SH Figure Arts, it'd have been made out of cardboard. He also comes with 2 different stands. He comes with a clear base and a clear acrylic arm on it with 3 different joints. Looks really, really nice. And he's got a basic like base plastic one that says King of Fighters 98 on it that he can stand on, and it looks good as well. He also comes with 2 really, really nice energy kind of effects or whatever. One of them I think is kind of like a ground punching effect that's got blue that kind of fades out into purple. Looks super awesome. And he's got a big ring of fire kind of thing going on right there. I'm not sure what it's called, but it is like translucent yellowish orange out into red plastic. It is big and it is really, really nice. Overall, this is a fantastic spread of stuff. Now for his articulation, be ready to be impressed because he moves really well. Got a nice neck joint right here, so we'll just start with the head. Head will look down. You can tuck the chin all the way down into the chest. It'll look back and up really, really well. Get barely just a little bit of gap right there at the bottom of the neck, but you can kind of use your fingers and finagle that down, and the head will still be looking up without that gapping in there. I really, really like it. The head is on a nicely done little double ball peg. I might have made the peg just ever so slightly taller and the ball ever so slightly bigger just to give him more room, but you can do anything you want to do with it, and I absolutely love it. Shoulders will come up above 90, which is fantastic. Full 360. They've cut it out like it's a butterfly. It's not really a butterfly. It's just a ball peg that plugs in there, and it kind of moves around and swivels in there. But you can bring it across him if you look right here with the arms, and you could cross the arms over in front of him with that, with gapping that you're gonna get with a joint that kind of works, but I still kind of like it in that the range of motion is really, really nice. You can move the shoulder up and down and all around, and I really like it. And they didn't cut up the sculpt either, so that looks really, really good. Bicep swivel, that bicep swivel is nothing crazy about that. Double jointed elbow, past 90, not the most elbow range we've ever seen, but that will certainly work. And the elbow, I mean, it's not gorgeous by any stretch, but it's not horrific either, so none of you are going to want to faint. The wrists themselves are a ball hinge, so of course you're going to get your rotation, and it'll move around and do anything that you're wanting it to do. Now, here in the torso. The torso is a soft, flexible plastic, very similar to Storm Arena or Storm Collectibles, and I like it because they did a fantastic job of matching the paint colors from this to the PVC, the arms and abdomen. We know Storm Arena's had a little bit of issues with that here lately. Also, these little caps that are here in the shoulder joints are also soft plastic as well. Just wanted to point that out. This is on a double ball peg in here for the abdominal break, and he will crunch forward really good on it. He will lean back pretty well just on that, and you get some tilt and lots of twist, and I really love it because the sculpt underneath is maintained and it looks really, really good. Down here, there is another ball peg, and when you use them in tandem, he bends over really, really well. No gapping in the back, and you can lean back on it as well. Way far, I love it. You can get side twist and, you know, side to side twist as well is what I meant to say. Really like that. Lots of good things going on in the torso. The nice diaper piece right here goes up high enough to hide gapping, but still doesn't look stupid, and it comes down and covers up, you know, gaps in the hips and shit. Speaking of hips, full-on split with zero problem. Very, very minimal dangle, and that's just because of the way they cut the inside of the thighs. If they hadn't done that, you wouldn't see it at all. Very, very nice. Wonderful front kick, and if you force it, you can take it up even higher like that. And the reason why is because they gave him some crazy drop downs right here. So if you're a fan of drop downs, you're going to love this. And if you hate them, just don't use the drop down. Not a big deal. But the leg movement, it's great. Even with a little bit of booty they gave him, it's soft plastic right there, so you can kick the leg back. Thigh swivel works pretty darn good. Double jointed knee, not the utmost, you know, range we've ever seen, but certainly good enough, and the proportions are right there. And I like that knee, the way that kind of opens up and it just looks the same. It's not with a cap or anything crazy where you see the joint. I think that looks really, really nice. He's got a shin or ankle swivel or whatever down here hidden nicely by the pants leg. Now the pants are hard plastic. These aren't soft plastic like the Arena Ryu, but that still works, and I like that a lot. Ankles are hinged. They're going to come down a little bit. Not much up, and not much rocker, to be quite honest with you. But he does have a toe hinge in here, and it's done right because these flip-flop will come off the bottom of the heel, if you see that right there. The hinge is done a little too far back. It's more in the middle of the foot. I don't know if I'm giving you enough light to see that. That should be more forward, but I'm not going to really nitpick at this point. Overall, he moves fantastic. Okay, final thoughts on the Goro Daimon here from JoyToy. This is a really good figure. I am really glad I bought it. Unfortunately, it is a 1/18 scale, so it doesn't really scale, it doesn't at all scale with anything else that I prefer to collect, which is 1/12, and I know a lot of you, or most of you at least, like to collect 1/12 as well. This is still a really good figure, and I can tell this is a really good line. They actually put a lot of effort into this figure, and it shows. It's fantastic. I want to buy more of them, but I think my money will be better spent on things that are the scale that I'm looking for. But this is fantastic. Hell, if JoyToy wanted to send me more of them, I would review them all because I have a feeling they're all really good. Somebody reach out to them and tell them to send them to me because these things are freaking awesome. I'll review the rest of them for sure. As far as a grade, I am giving him an A-. Little tweaks here and there that he could do to improve, but not much. This is a pretty darn good release, and if you're into King of Fighters, I highly recommend that you get him. You will not be disappointed. For 40 bucks and some change, I think he was $44 or something like that out the door on Amazon. That is definitely worth it for the paint, the sculpt, the articulation, and the nice spread of accessories he gets. 100% worth it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with everything said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.